It is 12 noon. Welcome back in on this. We call it a Football Friday because we talk football every single day. Thanks for tuning us in. Earlier in the program, we heard from Barrett Sallee from the Braves Radio Network as the Braves pretty much playing out the string the rest of the season. We talked to Wimp Sanderson. Today is Coach Sanderson's birthday, so we wished him a happy birthday. Had some interesting stories. So if you missed any of those interviews, you can always go and download the Three Man Front podcast. Auburn today, we've got a scrimmage that's happening down there. Hugh Freeze told members of the media a couple days ago that he hoped to get 30 plays with the ones, 30 plays with the twos, and probably about 20 with the threes. So this will be the first of three scrimmages down on the plains of Auburn. So as information becomes readily available, we will pass that along to the audience. Also from Auburn today, Auburn wide receiver Malcolm Simmons' defense has requested youthful offender status during a hearing at the Lee County Justice Center after the sophomore was arrested for domestic assault on July 16th. Youthful offender status is available in the state of Alabama to anyone 20 or younger. If granted, Simmons will not enter into a jury trial. And for the record, anything involved in the case will be closed off to the public. So the judge has not ruled anything further today, but that is what the defense attorneys has presented, youthful offender status for Malcolm Simmons.
One of our favorite guests. He joins us on Fridays. He's also the host of a very, very entertaining, if you've never checked it out, college football bubble bath. It's Demetri Ravanos, and he joins us on the Higginbotham Hotline. Demetri, are you still in Greece?
No, I am sitting on my back porch in Raleigh, North Carolina right now.
When you recollect about your family and your time there in Greece, was it the best vacation that you've ever been on?
I'm going to say something that is going to make every Greek in America very upset. No, it was fine, but I've done it. I don't see myself ever going back.
Ever?
Really?
Never?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen Greece. Like it's beautiful, but it's just not my thing. I'm more of a national parks kind of guy.
Oh, wow. All right, so let's talk about this week's topic of discussion, SEC Unfiltered, the college football bubble bath, and it has to do on the political side of things, as it was announced here recently that Derek Dooley, the son of the famed Georgia head coach Vince Dooley, has decided he's going to throw his hat in the ring and run for the U.S. Senate out of the state of Georgia.
I've never heard a dumber idea in my life. I mean, it is not just that here is a guy with no real tie to Georgia. I understand he is Vince Dooley's son, but he didn't go to Georgia. He never coached at Georgia. And I don't know if this was even discussed by the Dooley campaign, but in 2025, things are much better at Georgia than they were under Vince Dooley. Like, what sort of nostalgia is he hoping to play on here? And to top it all off, he was the head coach of one of Georgia's rivals and maybe one of the worst head coaches the SEC has seen since the turn of the century.
That's your platform, Demetri. He takes a page, kind of a reverse Tommy Tuberville when he was running for Senate here in the state of Alabama. He told Alabama fans, if it wasn't for me in the 6 in a row, you never would have gotten Nick Saban. So I think Derek Dooley appeals to the Georgia voters, and he says, look, Tennessee's a rival, but look what I did to keep them down.
I mean, very fair, right? Like, I always had my issues with Tommy Tuberville because, like, when Tom Osborne became the senator from the state of Nebraska, he was doing it on the back of coaching one of the best college football teams of all time, multiple national championships. Tommy Tuberville beat Tyler Watts once and made that his whole personality and got into the Senate because of it. I did not think the bar could possibly be lower for football achievement to make it your political platform. And then along comes Derek Dooley, the walking definition of I did not think the bar could be lower.
I think the commercial, if I'm his political team and putting out commercials, we have fun with it. And I think in one of the commercials that appeals to the voters, you say, look, I can't be any worse as your senator than I was as a college football coach. People will love it. People will love it. They will vote for him.
Here's the thing, right? Like, I think the politics of this are completely to the side. If I were a day in, day out political wonk reporter on Capitol Hill, and I get a chance to Derek Dooley, the only thing I want to talk to him about is 13 men on the field against LSU. We are not talking politics at all. I'm asking where he got the orange pants. I'm asking him what happened in that meeting where he had to teach his team how to shower because they all had staph infections. Like, the Derek Dooley lore is so incredibly stupid. And this is the thing. This is the thing that makes me feel like he's one of the worst coaches in SEC history, guys, is Tennessee wasn't even losing in hilarious ways. He was just a bad coach surrounded by uncreative assistants. Like, he is the beginning of hope bleeding out of Knoxville.
Demetri Ravanos joins us here from, of course, the SEC Unfiltered college football bubble bath here on Three Man Front. All right, so you've already established that you're not a Derek Dooley fan. How do you think the people in the state of Georgia is going to play this off? Because let me tell you, a lot of people that was not in the state borders of Alabama, they did not think Tommy Tuberville would win the U.S. Senate seat. He was going up against Doug Jones, who was a very successful attorney who prosecuted the civil rights cases and the bomber here in the Birmingham area. And Tommy Tuberville absolutely waxed the floor with him. I'm talking about 65, almost 70% of the voters in the state of Alabama voted for Tommy Tuberville, and that included Alabama fans. So how do you think Derek Dooley's going to play off in this election?
Well, first of all, regardless of what your politics are, as an Alabama fan, voting for Tommy Tuberville is the greatest betrayal of your school. Give back all of your merchandise, and if you have won a diploma, shame on you. You're a garbage human being. Now, when it comes to Derek Dooley, I think the difference here is Alabama's ruby red, right? And that played in to a lot of people's decision to vote for Tommy Tuberville. Derek Dooley's in the Republican primary. He can't even rely on that. I don't get it. I think Derek Dooley is entering this to spend a lot of money to maybe finish third in the primary, not even in the election.
I would think, and Georgia is probably a little closer to split when it comes to Democrat and Republican as opposed to the state of Alabama. Would you not think so, Pat?
I agree.
When Tuberville ran against Doug Jones, you got more conservative voters. Maybe, I don't know if that helps him, if that hurts him, but I don't know why you would want to jump into the political realm.
I don't either. I mean, I live up here in North Carolina. We are like the definition of a purple state, right? And our former governor, Roy Cooper, just decided to jump in for the Democrat nomination for Senate. And I was shocked because I thought Roy Cooper had a good thing going leading the group that's trying to get a Major League Baseball team here. I would think that is an easier fight than trying to be in a political campaign, regardless of which side of the aisle you are on in 2025. I'm with you, Ledger. Like, I don't get why people would want to do it. I get that both sides are very passionate about the direction of the country, but at the end of the day, and this is something I try to teach my children, doing nothing is always easier and more enjoyable than trying. I don't understand why people would want to get into politics.
If I give you the choice, Demetri, you can choose to jump into politics or you can work security at a WNBA game. And which one are you choosing?
I mean, I feel like I'm at least coming home with a collection of new paraphernalia if I'm working security at a WNBA game.
Fair.
Too far? Are we good?
No. Trust me. If
we've
you didn't
done a
tune
lot
in for the
worse.
first 2 hours, we're definitely good there.
I do love the stories about, bag checks and how they are heightening the security around WNBA games because somewhere someone is thinking about an Ocean's 11 style movie of a crew gathering to do one last job to throw a toy on the court at a WNBA game right now.
And it's going to feature that little Asian acrobat that can bend in so many ways.
That's right.
You put him in like a ball bag, and
he's gonna. Rough choice of words there.
Yeah.
He's going to pop out of like the rack that they use for shoot around. He'll just pop right up there and throw the rubber phallus onto the court.
Well, your choice of words wasn't great there. I wasn't talking about phallus.
Hey, the good news is that Ryan Haney's got Demetri's number. So
Yeah.
if he says anything, then he'll just have to deal with Ryan himself. So
Yeah.
it wasn't us.
Yeah,
It was
okay.
Demetri.
I used to tell all of my. Oh, did we lose me?
No, you're good.
Oh, okay. I used to tell all of my old radio partners that I grew up in detention a lot. I'm used to sitting in the principal's office and taking the verbal beating. So if I have to do that for you boys, I'm happy to.
Well, the thing that amazes Conrad and Molly at times is when I go down the old road of the Feinbaum days of the things that Paul and I used to do and the things that we would lose our jobs if we did them today based on the things that we did back then.
Listen, Pat, before I got into sports radio, I spent 15 years in rock radio. I've had multiple bosses fired for accepting cocaine as a bribe to play a new song. The Wild West of radio did not end until the late 90s.
Yeah. I remember.
So they would get cocaine to play a new song?
Yeah. Listen, even though, like, I think this is a bad example because the song ended up becoming a big hit, but I remember when Fastball's The Way came out. You remember that song from like 97, 98? Big hit at alternative radio. I remember that we added it, and down in Mobile at 92 Zoo, and within like 2 or 3 weeks, like I had a brand new boss and found out why.
Yeah. Radio went through an interesting time with the old Pale
And that was
that
The
type of
Way
stuff.
by Fastball? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, not a great example because it ends up becoming a big hit. Like usually you save the cocaine for the songs that aren't going to get added otherwise.
You never know what kind of road we're going to go down with Demetri.
You really don't.
I've lived a varied life, gentlemen.
We understand that. Well, Demetri, what's on tap this weekend in the Ravanos house now that you're back in the States?
Yeah, I am. I'm taking my daughter to a Broadway show. We're going to go see The Wiz. I mean, Broadway on tour. We're not going to New York. And then other than that, a whole lot of fighting jet lag, boys.
Okay.
I assumed you were going to Greece.
Yeah, for the weekend.
Oh, no, the
Like
musical.
I told you, I've done it once.
No, the musical.
Oh, the musical.
musical.
Sure. Sure. So my daughter, huge musical fan. Me, I'm full of unpopular musical opinions. I don't get Hamilton. I don't get Grease. I don't understand why some of these shows that become huge hits. But The Wiz, all day long. Give me singing and dancing Wizard of Oz all day.
Well, one day we're going to get Derek Dooley Goes to Washington. That's going to be a musical.
And it'll be literally him there touring with his kids because it won't be serving.
Demetri, thank you so much. You brighten our day.
Always a pleasure, boys. Thanks so much.
Demetri Ravanos. SEC Unfiltered, college football bubble bath. You need to watch it if you haven't, and he has that thing up and running 365 days a year. We continue here on Three Man Front. Your phone calls and your texts are welcome.